Hello everybody. So the new moon is coming in Pisces on the 28th of February 2025, like every year around this time, when the sun is in the sign of Pisces. We obviously have a new moon in this sign. So this time is on the 28th of February. As I said, it happens in 9 degrees 41 minutes of Pisces. So this is the moment when the sun and moon meet at the same degree of the same degree of the same sign in the zodiac, 9 degrees 41 minutes Pisces. Have a look where this degree and Pisces sign falls in your chart, because this is where symbolically, as with every new moon, you can actually plant a new seed, set some new intention, and think about what you want to manifest. That is potentially very Piscean colored, but also is very much, or should be, applicable to this area of your chart where 9 degrees, 10 degrees of Pisces fall in your chart, because this is, very much depends. First house would be planting new seeds and thinking about some new ideas and manifesting things around your own identity or looks potentially. If it's in your sixth house, it could be planting some new seeds and setting new intentions regarding your health and hygiene and everyday kind of habits, or work duties, responsibilities. If it falls in your seventh house, it could be a beginning of a beautiful connection or relationship with somebody that is very much Piscean colored. So yes, it's very individual, obviously, and if it happens to fall on a specific planet or point in your chart, it obviously adds significance, because for some of us, all these lunations like full moon, new moon, we may feel it, to some extent, but if it doesn't affect you on a personal level, if it doesn't fall or aspect a specific planet, especially a personal planet in your natal chart, like moon, sun, Mercury, Venus, or ascendant, medium celi, imam celi, your axis, or your nose, for example, then, you may not feel it very strongly. But if it does affect any of these, then it will have a deeper meaning for you. Okay, so check where 9 degrees 41 minutes of Pisces falls in your chart. Now, this is a unique combination of planets, because we also have a few other planets in the sign of Pisces. We also have Saturn, Mercury, North Node, and Neptune, so the big planets as well, big points, all in the sign of Pisces. So altogether 6 important planets and points in Pisces at the time. So other than just setting new intention, manifesting something new in our lives, and focusing on what it is that we want to attract and start these new projects on, it is also important to have a deeper look maybe at the whole expression of Pisces energy, because it's such a big gathering of planets in Pisces. So the essence of Piscean energy, it's the most emotional, sensitive, charitable, sympathetic sign. Okay, so anything to do with compassion, empathy on a psychological level, this is what it is about. On a more practical level, Piscean energy is very much about flood. It could be flood of emotions, but on a more practical level, it's flood of water, heavy raining, flooding, anything to do with that. So around this new moon, we will observe in specific areas of the world that, it's like going into more details based on cartography and astrology to see what areas could be flooded, for example, or there could be some extensive rain, etc. But around this time, towards the end of February, beginning of March, we will definitely hear on the news about some flooding and heavy rain. Now, Piscean energy is also very much about blurred lines. There is some space for misunderstandings, for deception, for a bit of manipulation, detachment from reality. It can all be very much innocent, but the blurred lines and overstepped boundaries or dissolved boundaries and some kind of like deceptive energy is very typical for Piscean sign, for the sign of Pisces as well. Anything symbolizing Pisces energy, also Pisces sign symbolizes anything to do with oil spillage, pollution, drugs, medicine. Okay, it very much represents psychic sensitivity, parapsychology, intuition. So anything to do with connection, with the divine, parapsychological skills, talents, anything to do with dreams, intuitive kind of energies in our life that we all have, of course, deeper sensitivity, psychic sensitivity. It represents unconditional love and connection to the divine, anything to do with sacrifice, religion. Um, because these two planets, Sun and Moon, forming this new moon, are going to be squared loosely to a few degrees, but still squared by Jupiter. This energy that I have just described may be exaggerated, blown out of proportion, expanded, because Jupiter expands everything it touches, especially with the square. It presents some kind of like challenging energy to these Piscean sign, Piscean vibration. So we may see, like extensive emotion, extensive, expanded, kind of exaggerated energy of empathy, compassion, sacrifice, feeling sorry for somebody, but also emotions overflowing, a lot of tears, a lot of water, tears, sensitivity. But it could also bring about a beautiful intuitive and parapsychological skills, talents to some of us. We may have extensive dreams, very much exaggerated dreams, blown out of proportion, even some kind of psychic vision, things like that. Okay, so it is interesting. We also have in the background conjunction between Mercury and Saturn. So this is obviously great for mental discipline, putting structure in place, and this is great. We need it in this Piscean period. So Saturn brings structure, discipline, clear lines of, like, let's say, delegation or order. So it's very much about disciplining our mind. Mercury symbolizes mind and communication, mental processes. Also, Saturn and Mercury are actually sextiling. They're sextiling Uranus. Uranus brings very refreshing energy. So when we just focus on Mercury sextiling Uranus at the time, this brings fresh vibe, exciting, progressive, fast-moving energy in terms of thinking processes, ideas, communication. So this is very much like, youthful, refreshing, moving things forward influence. Also in the background we have Neptune conjuncting North Node, which only adds very much to this Piscean vibe, North Node, collective kind of destiny, and Neptune being very Piscean, basically may bring around that time. This is a longer period of time, like weeks, if not months even, where Neptune is conjuncting, is in proximity of the North Node. So this is generally bringing a heightened sense of spirituality for all of us, and connection to the divine, connection to some kind of like sacred, ancient wisdom, greater intuition, and moving some blocks out from our path, So this is also playing out in the background. So altogether we can expect a lot of flooding of emotions, I would say, vibes of creativity as well, actually, but there's a strong empathy, sacrifice, a bit of blurred lines, but beautiful for feeling compassion, for wanting to help others, beautiful for expanding our psychic sensitivity, working with our intuition, practicing unconditional love and our connection to the divine. So it is a beautiful full moon, new moon. This lunation is new moon in 9 degrees of Pisces on the 28th of February, and I think we can really utilize this at least to like visualize what it is that you want to achieve. Pisces is very much about intuition, connection to the visual aspect of what it is that we want to attract into our lives, especially around new moon, when we plant the new seeds, set the new intentions, and really work on manifesting. Just focus on what we want to manifest. With a lot of imagination and psychic kind of creativity, we can truly attract what we want around this time, especially in the run up to the new moon. So 26th, 27th, 28th of February, work with your imagination and think about what you want to attract in this area of your life where 9 degrees of Pisces falls. I wish you all the best, good luck, and I'll see you next time.